Today I'm working on merch for my comic Thorn of Eden. As you may already know if you watched my previous video, I will be attending my very first con as a working artist in mid-September. And as the deadline is growing closer and closer, I'm on my way to create a decent amount of stock to sell. But selling printed versions of your comic might not interest most people. You're absolutely right, and that's why I'm also working on stickers, the holy item of any artist alley stand, the most affordable and eye-catching one. And believe it or not, but this tiny piece of shiny paper can be ruined as quickly as any other product, which is what we'll try to avoid by sharing my mistakes. Number 1 being, keeping your complex art style for a sticker format. Stickers are typically smaller than a hand, so you can carry it and stick it wherever you want. That means that every detail will be shrinked to almost nothing if you're not careful with it. Plus, if you're going for realistic or semi-realistic proportions for your characters, it's gonna be tough to get their whole body into the frame of a sticker format. Even for a short character, the sticker's at risk to be huge. Unless you stick to a bust-length cut, I tried it, it can work. Or if you pose the character in a certain way so that they don't take up too much space, but it can be a bit awkward. And it's a lot of limitations for something that can be really fun if you pose it the right way. So here I went for a more chibi style. Also keep in mind that the more details there are, the longer it takes to cut it out yourself, if that's what you're going for. Mistake number 2, choosing too cluttered of a design color-wise. As you can see here, I tried to print a panel of my comic that I liked, but it seems like the amount of ink necessary for this piece was way too much for the paper and it bled. It's not that there's that many details on that drawing specifically, but the complexity of the colors made it pretty much impossible for the printer to give out a clean result, so keep that in mind. Mistake number 3, not leaving a white outline around the character. It can be a stylistic choice, but aside from it being trickier to cut, if you ask a machine to do it, there's always a chance that small bits of the design might get cut out because of a bad alignment. The white outline not only serves as a nice detail to make the character pop on whatever surface they're being stuck on, it's also a safe extra space for you or the machine to cut it properly. Mistake number 4, too many digital effects. I would advise against too many gradients. Stickers are known for their bold colors, and it's not only an artistic choice, it's also a lot easier to print for the machine. For these ones, there's a slight gradient of light on the whole character, but aside from that, it's all flat colors and cel shading. I usually use thinner and textured line art as well, but here I went for a dark red, thick default brush, just to avoid any unnecessary detail or gradient around the line art. Mistake number 5, not giving size indications to your printer. Some of my stickers are rather large, and even though I really like their format now, I had a much smaller size in mind when I sent my PDF, and that's on me, I should have been more precise. Mistake number 6, if you're cutting it out yourself to save cost, find some good equipment, or go low cost and grab whatever fragile cutter and kit scissors you can find in your drawers. Honestly, the scissors weren't so bad, but the tip wouldn't cut all the way to the top and my cutter was super thin and flexible, so kind of a miracle that I cut out 300 of them without ever hurting myself. Mistake number 7, not keeping a good record of your stock. It goes for any commercial stock. You want to know how much you have at any time so you can restock accordingly, or simply keep track of your sales. And for once, that's something I did do, because I kept a good record of the ones I gifted away, the ones I trashed, and the ones I'm going to sell. I haven't lost that many of them, by the way. I think I only decapitated 2 of them after a slip of my cutter. Mistake number 8, rushing into the cutting process and decapitating your babies. Don't. Mistake number 9, having a canvas size too small. It's not because your stickers are a small item that your original file has to look like pixel art, unless that's what you're going for. For anything printed, you will need a quality of at least 300 dpi, so don't be fooled by their cute little size. These items require pixels. And last mistake, only printing one design in mass. I started with only this bust of Morgan before designing the chibis, and I'm much happier with the look of my stock now. I think customers might enjoy some variety as well, and even if it doesn't have much to do with my comic, I really wanted to have a few stickers of my Inktober OC. There's a lot less of them than my other characters, since it's a bit out of pocket, but I'm glad I printed some. That's it for today. I'll make sure to tell you whether my stickers worked out in the con or not, how many I sold, and which design worked the best. I would place my bet on Amori and Celine, because they're just so cute whether you like my comic or not. And maybe Ellen could interest artists because of the giant pen she's holding. We'll see. Au revoir!